Hey folks, and welcome to Wednesday the 15th. Big day today, of course. We have FOMC this evening coming in at 7 o'clock. We're going to get the statement GMT Dublin time. We're going to get that statement from Jerome Powell and the boys and girls at the Fed and FOMC committee. But really, throughout this day, we could still get a little bit wild. The probability is it's probably going to be quite stagnant trade. We've just had retail sales and core retail sales coming out. Core retail a miss on the 0.8 coming in 0.5. Oil lifting quite nicely here now. And then the retail sales coming in a miss at 0. Expectations. This is the month-on-month. 0 expectation was 0.5 prior 0.5. The month-on-month that was the control group. Sorry about that. The retail sales month-on-month for May came in negative 0.3 expectation at positive 0.2 and prior positive 0.7. So not great data here at all for the US economy. Slowdown is coming. Inflation, talking with on Twitter with a fund manager I know in Australia. How's it going? To Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch down there. He says inflation's over. It might be. We might have topped out. Just as things are really starting to take grip here. To come through the rest of this session, we're going to get retail inventories out of the US, crude oil at 3:30. And then we're going to look forward to, we'll get ECB's Lagarde speaking at 5:20, which we won't be covering live, but we'll be back on at 6:50 p.m. GMT for coverage of the FOMC statement and then presser at 7:30. So let's get over to the charts. Let's get over here and have a look what's going on. Well, you see yesterday, the NASDAQ, for example, we're gonna look at SPOOs, we're going to look at oil, and we're going to look at nat gas. Okay, so SPOOs, seeing here on the 60-minute chart, yesterday, really coming in, we just couldn't even, quite a good session. We couldn't even reach the 3809. So retest of the 3750s was what we got on the open, smashed in. And then just a lot of two-way traffic, barcoding of the markets here, and then just coming back on VWAP into the close. So, now we're holding above the 3750s here. We're holding over the 3750s. Is this going to be a session where, we have it priced in? I don't think so. If we have it priced in, we go for a rally on the open today. I don't think so. I think the market's going to really wait because there is a lot of dissonance in the market as to whether it's going, the Fed are going to stay to what they were talking about on a 50 basis point hike, or are they going to be browbeaten, it seems, by the market demands into 75 basis point hike. So I'm calling it at 50. But putting a poll out there in Twitter, actually now it was 66% going for 75 basis point hikes. The spread on that is now closed. It's now more 57% of respondents coming in with 75 basis point hike and 42.9 coming in at 50 basis point hike here. So CNBC, Ollie was telling me, we're touting that there may be a 100 basis point hike. Well, this is why I don't really watch CNBC that much. It's fear-mongering at its best. But look, we'll be covering these markets briefly before we get the statement this evening. Look, this market is screwed, right? We are in bear territory here. Let's make no bones about it, right? So looking on the daily, right, you see this market, we're down at the 3750s. Technically is a little, 52s we'll call it now. It's the low of the week of the 8th of May. March this year. It's the low, of the week of the 22nd of January, February, March this year, and it's where we kind of open trade on the week of the 8th there prior. I'm getting it all wrong today. It is the low of the week of the 8th of March, and so we put in a little bit of excess below. I like targeting down on this little area here, 36.14 halves, but it's not going to trade there without a bit of a pullback, it has to be said. So, I think as we get tighter and tighter in these markets, it's going to be really hard to get that nice trade, especially if you're looking for a relatively tight risk. Okay, so maybe today's not the day to trade. Maybe tomorrow is the day to trade. But if they come in with a 50 basis point hike, not a 75, I think this market's just going to get right up here and close the gap. Not only are we going to trade 38.09s, but we're going to trade 38.77s quarter and close the gap at 39s. That's my case. You can't make me change my mind, and that's it. If it's 75 basis point hike, yeah, I think we're that polarized. I think we could probably push down a little further and speed up this sort of recessionary situation and deepen this bear market on equities. So got a bit of a morning trend as well, worth breaking here and having a look at across the board on some of these equities right now. So do keep an eye out for a break on these trends across these three markets in the center. You can see here, just trying to get a trend on the Dow, and there we go. Okay, let's talk oil. Really, really decent day yesterday. We're having just so many decent days over the last 2 years. It's phenomenal. Big old days. So here we are. Just kind of a little bit of bull flagging here as we kind of do the soft trend pullback here. I think ultimately we're seeing big buying at 117.87s. Even if this thing comes into 113.30s, I think that's just going to be met with a huge amount of buying, as it was previously here on the 2nd of June. So, do keep an eye out for that. Little bit of a trend at work here, to be honest, but don't really. I'm not too big on getting on longs right now. I would like to be long from lower, like 113.30s, somewhere like that. Maybe another retest on 117s, but I've missed out on that. Parwiz is killing that trade right now on the long, so well done to Parwiz. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, the 20 EMA 115s below. Look, it's a bit of a tricky spot where it is. It needs to get either a lot higher or a lot lower. I still think the seller's at the 119.77s, the 2007 low there as well. Now, something nobody was talking about yesterday at all, apart from yours truly here and another trader in the room, Bernie. Well done to Bernie getting on what was, I think, last time I looked at it, it was about 18.5% down here. So top to bottom, you're looking at what was a 21% down day in nat gas. Now, we came off because essentially the Freeport shipping terminal in Texas has been damaged and it's offline. That terminal is where they ship natural or LNG, liquid natural gas, out to Europe, to the European market. With the damage to the Freeport terminal, it's going to take 90 days and potentially till the end of the year to fix that terminal. And therefore, none of that nat gas is going to be able to get offshored from US. And so you're going to see a storage on Freeport terminal, and that's why we came off 21%. So it's really good there to see what sort of a premium was built in over the kind of European demand for US gas. Now, Libya, of course, is offline about 550,000 barrels a day of oil. That's not going to help the situation one bit at all. So it's really a really terrible situation for European gas right now. So. And European energy. So that's nat gas. That's why we pulled back. We're finding supports about $7 there, finding supports. Of course, it came limit down about 17.5%. The market closed. It got halted at 17.5% down, got halted, not closed, reopened. Lots of buyers lifting from that halt price and popped up about 3% and then resumed selling down, making a new low on the day. So it's back today. Looking for a bit of normalization on pricing here. So it's now going to try and price in. I would say probably this is this is deliverable in 30 days from now, I think. N22 July, yeah, about so 40 days delivery here for this. Or sorry, we're on July, delivery. So about 40 days thereabouts to delivery on this. So I think we can probably get up to the 50 EMA on this on the daily. All right, that's nat gas. So we've covered SPUs, oil, and nat gas. All right, I will see gold. Actually, I'll talk about gold here. Taking a really nice bid in the background. It did get absolutely walloped yesterday. So, I think it's just a little bit of that retracement down going on from a nice area, 1809s. I think we can continue to get on up here as long as this sort of little bit of a hint of risk off is in these markets. So we are kind of we are at 1.1% on SPUs at the moment. So, some buyers trying to buy into the dip here. But yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. That's it for me for another pre-US session. Please do click the link and subscribe. It really means a lot. And we'll talk to you live in YouTube for FOMC statement starting from 6:50, statement at 7 p.m. GMT, and then 30 minutes later we're going to get you on. All right, have a good day. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.